So, we'll introduce our players. In the bottom right corner of Cyberforce, we do have our green Protoss player, known as ClearGloom. And his opponent spawned into the top left corner of the map. We have our blue Protoss player, Armageddon. Now, I've said this before. I feel like I may or may not have cast one of Armageddon's games before. The name just sounds familiar. From Gotta Cast 'Em All, perhaps. I'm not too sure. I'd have to go back and look. We are going to see the same gateway timing being started by both players. One of ClearGloom's probes, quite a bit further across the map. Not really going to matter. They're both going to see about the same thing. Nothing really too spectacular at the moment. Just want to scope out, see what they can find. The second gas about to be taken. Both players. See, this is what I need to watch more of. I'm good on the Zerg, even though it's my favorite. And a second gateway being dropped for both players. I need to get better. If, like, I'm going to play a different race, well, it's going to be both, because I need to get good at random. But I don't know. I just feel like I like Protoss a bit more than Terran. We do have the Cyber Course started as well for both players. ClearGloom's a little bit more ahead on the timing of the Cybernetics Core. Not going to make that much of a difference. We'll have to see how these players branch out. We do have the probes fighting in the base of ClearGloom. Which one is going to come out on top? He's going to get forced away. Look at that. Bloody hell. Wow. The probe. The tickle beam. It's great. I love it. Apologies if I miss. I'm going to try to keep an eye on that. If I miss the mute, my throat's been really scuffed today. But I'm going to try my best to hit it every time. We do have the Robo Bay going down from Armageddon. Double Stalkers coming out of the Warp Gates. We do see the Sentry and Stalker out from ClearGloom's side. We do have Warp Gate being researched a little bit further ahead. A little bit further along for ClearGloom. Not going to make that much of a difference, I don't believe. Interesting. He's just checking for the cheese, I think. Very cool to see. We have the one probe going to come in to the base of ClearGloom. Doesn't see that he has another Nexus yet. Some more Stalkers in production from both players. And we are going to see that Robotics Bay just about finishing up for our friend Armageddon. We do have the facility as well. Oh, sorry. See, I don't play Protoss. This one's the Robo facility. This one's the Robotics Bay. Won't make that mistake again. We do have 3 Stalkers from Armageddon side of the map moving out. Looking to do a little bit of damage. We do have this 3 Stalkers and a Sentry here for ClearGloom. Gonna give him a bit of an advantage. Not really that much energy on the Sentry. It doesn't look like he's got enough at the moment to cast any force fields. We have the second Nexus being put down. Hallucinated Phoenix as well from ClearGloom. That is where the Sentry's energy just went. Very interesting. We do see the Blue Stalkers backing off once again as well. Looking to defend this base as it comes online. We've got Disruptors and a Warp Prism. Very interesting. So I expect we're going to see the Disruptor drops. Boom, right here in the mineral line. Could be a cause of big damage. Not really too much happening over on ClearGloom's side of the map. I mean, he's got his Warp Prism. He's making Stalkers. Depends. I mean, is the Disruptor going to be out in time even? Looks like ClearGloom's going to walk up right now. This is actually a really, really nice timing for ClearGloom. He's got a lot of Stalkers. Meanwhile, Armageddon, just as one Disruptor, can do a lot of damage with the Purification Nova. Gonna only take 1. That is really unfortunate. It does take quite a while for the Purification Nova to come back online. Not really that much here. He's going to lose the base. We do have Stalkers more warping in. And also one picked up by the Warp Prism. Could do a little bit of shenanigans with the Warp Prism drops over the cliff, but we do have to remember we do have this one with the Disruptor that's going to try to go for it all right now. Massive amount of Stalkers. from ClearGloom, just knocking on the front door. He's going to have to do what he can to defend his base, but going to lose a couple gateways. He's going to lose the robotics bay as well, which I believe is a requirement for making disruptors. This one more is going to come out before that falls, however. I missed it. I had a cough, so I took my hand off my mouse to hit the... damn it. We did get a nice little probe kill. We do see the Purification Nova coming out, looking for green stalkers. Nothing to find. Very interesting. I wish that I could have, like, picture-in-picture. And there we go. We do see the Warp Prism dropping stalkers up on top of the cliff. I want to keep an eye on this Warp Prism here as well. Looking to move back in once again. More stalkers being warped in. And once again, the disruptors here. Purification Nova not going to do all that much. The green stalkers are in the blue base. There's not really too much left to defend this. There is an Immortal being cooked out of the robotics facility, but it won't be able to stand up. The boys are being pulled into the gas. I reckon that's going to be a victory for our green Protoss player, ClearGloom. He is mass recalling the one Warp Prism with the Disruptor. Could be everything. Ooh, he manages to take two. Still not going to be enough, and Armageddon does GG out of the game, leaving ClearGloom as our victor.